Hey, good morning, everybody. As Gary Lezak says, good morning, West Central Missouri. I do apologize for this kind of impromptu live stream. I thought it would be a lot better if I went live and kind of explained a few more things versus trying to type it all out and have to answer a few questions. We do have some things we have to go over for Easter Sunday. First, let's talk about today, and then we'll transition into Easter Sunday. We got some great beneficial rains last night throughout West Central Missouri. They had some severe weather. Of course, we stayed under that cap yesterday afternoon, which was such a good thing for a Friday. I was a little bit concerned that that cap would break. Luckily, it held in place. The front went all the way down, stretched really right across Joplin up through Springfield, that I-44 corridor. And they did have some rough weather down there. We had a couple of local storm chasers. We had Team Havoc as well as Nader Boys and also 417 chasers. They were live down in the Springfield area. They did have a tornado warning go out just on the east side of Springfield. They were down there on the ground keeping everybody informed. I was trying to help them out via maps and some of the locations, and trying to spread their stream to those of you that live down in that neck of the woods. So I hope you appreciated that. I want to thank the storm chasers for going out there and feeding back reports that I could get out to some of my friends and family down in the Springfield area. So looks like Andy from Team Havoc, he is here in the chat this morning. Again, thank you guys for being down there and covering the storm down in Springfield. So as we go through today, I know a lot of people are probably anxious about what's going to go on the rest of the day. We're kind of in a little bit of a lull right now as the atmosphere tries to rejuice back up to provide more showers and thunder showers today. No severe weather expected here anywhere around West Central Missouri today, so that's a great thing. It's just going to be kind of a cool, wet, damp day for this Easter Eve. As you can see, most of the showers and thunder showers have moved off to the east and to the south right now, leaving West Central Missouri just under partly cloudy skies right now, maybe a couple sprinkles. Now, it's going to kind of reload, and then we're going to have that chance coming in later on this morning, and I'll just put this up here real quick. This is going to be based on a short-term model ARRR with some of the latest data, and kind of show you guys. Here's the timestamp, and of course we're kind of in that lull right now, but as you can see, it's going to start to kind of reload up right around noontime, and then we're going to have some more rounds of showers, thunder showers, as we go through all the way through the overnight. Okay, till 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. And that brings us to Easter Sunday. So as you guys remember here, I think it was Wednesday, Thursday, we had I think Wednesday night we had a roundtable with the storm chasers. We talked about this setup. It's a really messy and conditional setup for this entire weekend. And then on Thursday, down at the Weather Center, I had mentioned that the models and the data is all over the place. Where that low pressure system was going to be was going to make all the difference in the world. We could have Easter Sunday in the 50s and rain all day, or if that low pressure system comes up from southern Arkansas closer to Missouri, we could see the potential of being on the warm side of the front and a potential of severe weather. And I do believe that's exactly what's going to happen. I think that low pressure system is going to be stuck somewhere down here right around Joplin and maybe a little bit further north, and west central Missouri could be tied up into the dry line that is going to be pushing across Sunday, probably sometime between the noon to 4 p.m. time frame. Now, one thing of note, we're going to have rain and showers that morning through the middle morning. Now, how much this is going to tap into the energy that these severe storms have to work with as we go into the afternoon, I'm a little skeptical of it. However, the Storm Prediction Center has actually put west central Missouri in a category 3 out of 5, enhanced risk of severe thunderstorms for Sunday. Let me bring that across here real quick and show you guys. So, most of west central Missouri, Johnson, Henry, St. Clair, Benton, Pettis, were under this 3 out of 5 risk for severe thunderstorms for Sunday now. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see this even shift a little bit further west with all the data that I am looking at. Now, this isn't like a slam dunk, we're going to get severe weather. One of the reasons I just mentioned, I don't know how much instability the atmosphere is going to be able to kind of rejuvenate after a morning of rain and thunder showers. That's me personally. Storm Prediction Center is saying, hey, we have a chance to have a pretty volatile day tomorrow afternoon. So we definitely need to plan accordingly. And again, the severe threat likely between the 12 noon and 4 p.m. time frame. And again, if we rule out the fact that the atmosphere is going to have a hard time to recover, if we throw that out the window, I would say we may see this even shift a little bit further west on their next update, because some of the models, the ingredients here in eastern Kansas, western Missouri, is through the roof for tomorrow. So, and again, we've got to go ahead and plan accordingly. And if you have outside plans, outside dinners for Easter, make sure you take like a travel weather radio. Make sure you have an app on your phone. We need to be prepared because people are going to be out doing stuff tomorrow because it's Easter. Of course, they're going to be going to dinner. They're going to be out Easter egg hunting. But we're going to have to stay really weather aware tomorrow afternoon. And this is as far as the independent risk for tomorrow. The hail risk is not all that the hail risk for tomorrow is about a 15% chance. So there's a high risk to see some hail tomorrow with any of these storms. As far as the wind potential, maybe a little bit stronger chance to see. We're in that 30% chance of seeing strong straight line winds here in parts of west central Missouri tomorrow. What's a little bit more concerning to me is going to be the tornado risk, as right now we're in that 10% chance of seeing a tornado within 50 miles of any point in that yellow circle. So that's a relatively high risk for our area for the potential of tornadoes for tomorrow, and it encompasses pretty much all of west central Missouri. So they even have a 5% risk out here into eastern Kansas, which again, if you kind of throw out the chance of maybe the atmosphere not being able to rejuvenate itself tomorrow afternoon, if you throw that out of the equation, this risk will probably be shifted over a little bit to the west. It kind of depends on what the Storm Prediction Center, what their thoughts and feeling is on the fact of we're going to be having some rain, thunder showers tomorrow morning, really all day. And then all of a sudden around noon, we have that chance as that dry line comes across, how much energy is going to be there for the potential to see some of these stronger thunderstorms. So we'll leave that up to the professionals at the Storm Prediction Center. And we just need to be prepared for that possibility of seeing some pretty mean storms come through West Central Missouri on Sunday. I am just going to check here real quick on Slack. Hi, Rhonda. Hi, James. So this is what was concerning. This is one of the reasons why I wanted to go live this morning, so that everybody has a good idea of what is in store for us tomorrow. And again, we were really hoping that low pressure system was just going to sag a little bit further south. But, we're still, 12, 18 hours away. So things can shift a little bit, guys. If something happens, that low pressure system dips just a little bit further to the south on, say, 3 or 4 different model runs from now, we may see this shift just a little bit east, and kind of lessen our chances of seeing any severe weather tomorrow. But the way it's looking, all the data is suggesting that that low pressure system is going to come across the 4 corners right down in here, and it's going to leave a pretty significant dry line that's going to be pushing through our area right here in West Central Missouri. So we talked a little bit about this potential last night as well with the storm chasers that were out there. We kind of have a little side chat that we can communicate, harass each other just a little bit. So I know Matt 417 Chasers, there were several times in his live stream where he started chuckling out loud. We try to harass each other just a little bit during the downtime, but all those guys are really professional. We had a good time last night, but we were talking about the potential of seeing that slight risk that was out here in far eastern Missouri shift over more toward West Central Missouri for Sunday. And, of course, up late last night following these storms, woke up this morning seeing that they have shifted that over to the west. And that's the reason why I'm coming at you guys, to let you guys have time to prepare for the potential of seeing some rough weather on Sunday. Good morning, Chuck. Hi, Julie. Yeah, Jason, you're in the same boat, buddy. You're going to be in the same boat as us. And again, when we take a look at the categorical risk, the overall risk of seeing severe thunderstorms, Cass County is right there. So, you guys, Cass County's right here. I mean, when you're talking, they draw these circles on maps, guys. So, I mean, if they're over just a little bit, if they're not going to be exact, they're not based on geographical points, but anywhere here in the yellow, and that's going to include Kansas City, Jackson, Leavenworth, or Lafayette, Cass, Johnson, Henry, Bates, Vernon, St. Clair, and the rest of West Central Missouri. So we're definitely going to have to be staying weather aware as we go into the afternoon hours tomorrow. And of course, I'm going to be updating this, guys, as data rolls in. I do have a conference call with a couple of meteorologists up in Iowa. We are going to be discussing this setup. That's going to be today, probably right around the noon hour. And so we're going to kind of put our heads together. We're going to share our concerns. We are going to share kind of our thought process on this, because we would be watching this if this was any Sunday. But when we have a holiday coming up tomorrow, such as Easter, with tons of outdoor activity plans, it's kind of our spring holiday. And of course, we never want to forget the reason for the holiday. But because of that, we want to make sure that we have all the latest information, make sure that we get word out there to as many people as we can for this potential. And of course, being 12, 18 hours out, I'm hoping that things are going to change just a little bit. Maybe the atmosphere won't recover in time, or maybe this shifts a little bit further east. But best case scenario, atmosphere can't recover, and all of the state of Missouri gets downgraded in that severe risk. But as of right now, it's not looking like that's going to happen. So, and then I'll be updating you guys as we go into this afternoon and into the evening, and of course tomorrow morning. I will likely be doing another live update as we get a little bit closer and things become more apparent of what we're going to see on Easter afternoon. Good morning, Haiti. So, let's back up here just a little bit, and again, let's take a look at today. For those of you, as you guys know, most of the rain and thunderstorms has rotated to the southeast out of west central Missouri for now, and the atmosphere is recovering. We're going to have more showers and thunder showers today. No severe weather expected, so that's really good news. Excuse me. And then let's bring this back up here. Then as we go through the morning, we get to, around noontime, we'll start seeing some scattered rain, thunderstorms, and of course we'll just have that chance of rain and thunder showers all through the day, all the way through the evening, through the overnight, and into Sunday morning. So, as you can see, we've got some non-severe showers, thunder showers here, 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. I just don't know how much the atmosphere is going to be able to recover to provide that severe weather in the afternoon. But something definitely I'm going to be keeping a close eye on. Storm Prediction Center thinks that the atmosphere has plenty of time to recover. It's a strong enough punch where we're going to be seeing some severe weather, all modes of severe weather possible here in west central Missouri as we go from around the noon to 4 p.m. time frame on Sunday. Good morning, Vernon. Hazley, good morning. So if anybody has any questions, I know we've got, looks like we've got a lot of people here in the live stream. If you guys have any questions, feel free to throw them out there at me. And again, this is more for your preparedness for tomorrow. If you have to change plans, if you have outdoor events, or if you're going to be traveling tomorrow to a location, this is kind of for you guys so that you can be prepared and kind of have a heads up on what to expect for Easter afternoon. So if anybody has any questions, throw them out there in chat. I'll be happy to answer them. We'll have, after we get through tomorrow, we'll have a break on Monday. And then we will, on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we have a couple smaller disturbances that'll be coming through. And we'll have to watch those also for the potential of severe weather. And again, we've been talking about this period of time of very active weather. This is the active stretch of the LRC where we see several storm systems lining up, coming through. It's been on our map or on our calendars for quite some time, thanks to the LRC. So we're kind of going through this together. Hey, Kayla. Well, you better tell my boys Ezekiel and Titus hello from Subby. Glad to have them part of our stream this morning. I sure enjoyed that video of Ezekiel and Titus back one of our other live streams, and they were watching on their TV and jumping up and down, and I'd love seeing that. I love when kids get excited. That's one of the seeing these kids' eyes light up when you go do an experiment at the school in front of them. That's the kind of stuff that keeps me going. Absolutely love it. Hi, Annette. You know, so right now, as we had talked about, Kansas City right now is in that slight risk area. But again, I would not be surprised to see that whole circle of involvement shift to the west, and include more of Kansas City. So, I mean, you're still going to have to stay weather aware for tomorrow afternoon. You're still going to get showers and thunderstorms. Some of them could be packing a punch up there in Kansas City. Currently, right now, where you see this level 3 out of 5, this enhanced risk for severe thunderstorms, that's the best chances to see some of these strong winds, hail, and then, of course, the possibility of seeing a couple strong tornadoes anywhere in this little circle. Now, if this does not move, if this stays exactly where it is as we go into Sunday, the best area to see those strong thunderstorms with maybe a couple strong tornadoes is likely going to be out here in central Missouri, all the way up to Hannibal, down through Columbia, Jeff City, Lake of the Ozarks, down through Springfield. And the reason is because by the time the front gets over there, it's going to be more in the heat of the day, into the afternoon time, around the 2 to 5 p.m. time frame. That's when we're going to be at the warmest. It's going to have a little bit more energy to fire up those stronger thunderstorms. So, but again, we're just going to have to wait to see how this works out, where this area of best thunderstorm development is going to end up. My personal belief, we could see this shift a row or maybe 2 rows of counties to the west by the time it's all said and done tonight. But again, we're just going to have to wait and see what that low pressure system does. And I'll show you guys here on this other map. So you see here's kind of our problem child right down here. That's our low pressure system. Now, it was previously going to be down here, leaving us on the cold side of the front. Remember, the front's going to extend up this direction, and it's going to extend down here. So, but as we go into time, it's up here into, basically up here into west central Missouri. So right along that triple point between the warm front, cold front, dry line is where you're going to get that best lifting. You're going to get your best ingredients to see severe thunderstorms. So that's the reasoning behind that 3 out of 5 level severe risk for severe thunderstorms. And of course, as it continues to go up into central Missouri, now we're talking 6 o'clock, during that kind of magic hour, so to speak, of thunderstorm development, because that's during the warm part of the afternoon. And we also start to see that that low level jet that is caused by the differences of temperature in height. As that sun angle goes down, it's cooling off up there in the upper atmosphere, still warm at the surface. You get a pressure change, and you start to create wind down toward the surface. And that's what's called a surface-based jet stream, basically. And that's going to help in aiding of spinning those thunderstorms with that potential of seeing maybe some strong straight line winds and a potential of tornadoes. So, and again, a shift of 50, 75 miles of this low pressure system guys, is going to make all the difference in the forecast. But it's been holding pretty steady, and I think that's the reason why the Storm Prediction Center, because it has remained basically the same over the last 36 hours, they went ahead and introduced that level 3 out of 5 severe risk for our area. So, thanks, Vernon. And he said, I get to have an Easter egg if I'm good. As long as I don't have to go outside and hunt it, I'm good with that. Let's see here. Get caught up. Kay asking, should everything be moved out by 5 o'clock Sunday? I think the majority of it is going to be out of here by, probably 5, 6 o'clock. Severe threat, I think, will definitely be out of here by that time. We might have some residual showers, maybe a thunder shower after 4 or 5 o'clock. Teresa, what's the weather going to be like in Iron County today and tomorrow? My kids are there. Iron County, let's see here. That's southwest of St. Louis, I believe. Let me double check. I think it's south of St. Louis. Let me bring this up here real quick, just to make sure, because I remember Iron County down by what is that? Mark Twain National Forest, I believe. But let me bring this up here real quick, find out where it is. Oh yeah, that's exactly where it is. So, Teresa, they're going to be kind of in they're going to be in the same boat as the rest of us. What's going to happen? This is going to kind of continue to shift to the east. So they're sitting right down here. You guys see that little upside down L? That is Iron County. And Teresa mentioned her kid lived there, and of course, really same forecast, just a little bit later. You're probably going to be looking at between 3 p.m., 7 p.m. for them down there in Iron County. So basically, same threats, all modes of severe weather. And I would say, they're kind of in that area where if this does not change, if this is what we're seeing at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning from the Storm Prediction Center, then I would say that, they probably stand maybe a little bit better chance in this area to see some stronger thunderstorms, mainly because it's going to be coming in later in the afternoon during peak heating. You have more instability there for thunderstorm development. So definitely tell them to stay weather aware tomorrow afternoon. Make sure they have multiple means to be able to get warnings, watches, advisories. Without a doubt, we will likely be, all of West Central Missouri will likely be under some form of watch. Probably by, I'm going to say, probably mid to late morning, probably right around the 11 a.m. time frame. We'll probably get notifications on our phones and on our apps that we're under, either a severe thunderstorm watch or a tornado watch. So be prepared for that as we go into the middle to late morning hours on Sunday. So for those of you that will be heading to church, make sure you turn your phone on silent so that your apps don't wake up the whole congregation tomorrow with a tornado watch. So make sure you put your phone on silent, but be prepared that we will be under some sort of watch likely by mid to late morning tomorrow. No, Vernon, you ought to be good Monday. That's kind of our break from the rain and thunderstorms, severe weather. We have a break on Monday for most of Tuesday, and then Tuesday night we have a couple disturbances for the next couple 3 days that we'll have to watch for severe weather and more rain and thunderstorms on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. No problem, Teresa. Glad to help. Let's see here. See if there's anything else we need to discuss here. All right, so let's just do a little recap, and I'll let you guys get through the rest of your Saturday. And again, it's going to stay cool today, guys. We're going to be in the 50s. We're going to have more showers, some rain showers moving in, likely probably around the noon time into the afternoon, evening, and into the overnight hours. So it's going to be kind of a gloomy day today. And then, of course, as we go into tomorrow, we're going to have to stay weather aware, especially between that noon and 4, 5 o'clock time frame for West Central Missouri. And of course, I am going to be updating. I'll probably do another update tonight. And it might be kind of a late update because I kind of want to wait and see how the data comes in. We get really a good dose of data right around the 10 p.m. time frame. So I really kind of want to wait until we get that big cluster of data comes in about 10 p.m. tonight. And I will likely do maybe a video update at that point in time. And then I will do another live session like we're doing right now. I'll do another one in the morning. And we'll kind of put all the timing and put the threats all out there on the table so you guys have a good idea of what to expect as we go into tomorrow afternoon. So that's really all I've got for today, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in on this live stream. If you would, make sure you hit the thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed if you're on YouTube. Make sure you share the stream to friends, family, relatives. Let's try to get this word out to as many people as we can about that potential for Easter Sunday to be possibly a volatile situation, especially with all the people being out and about for Easter. So have a plan in place, and we'll get through it just fine. I'll be right here with you all. We'll go through these storms together and keep you updated on the latest information here from Baumgard's Weather Center. A big shout out to Radford Media Group. They allow me to be able to have so many more avenues, be able to get warnings out to people. And so thanks a lot to Clay and Brittany over at Radford Media Group. They help me get this information out to more and more people. So make sure you guys are sharing the stream on Facebook, on YouTube, whatever social platforms you guys have. Let's get word out there. I don't want to hear anybody say, well, I didn't know we had a chance of severe weather on Easter. So we need to get this out to people right away. So, but that's it. That's all I got for today. Enjoy your Saturday, guys. Be a good day to throw some burgers on the grill, sit back and watch some Netflix. Take care, guys. Stay weather aware. We'll be talking to you soon.